Hey, how's it going everyone? Hopefully the audio on this is actually something where you can hear me. I have tested it now, which I should have done the first time. Welcome to number 2 of the Fresh to 15 Ascension Challenge. I spent about 2.5 hours narrating a playthrough of a fresh character where I beat the game 2 days ago. But unfortunately my gain level was so low, so I was so worried about just hearing the PlayStation fan, which I'd imagine is going to start interfering with the audio at some point here because it's quite hot and it's kind of going in and out of blowing a lot and not blowing very much, as is the PlayStation thing. I was so worried about that taking over the whole of the stream that I turned the gain down to such a level where you really couldn't hear me once the actual game audio was playing as well. So a bit of a disaster. Someday someone might go in there and use some top kind of spy level technology to filter out all the game sounds and recover my wonderful commentary. The key points of it, really, just to reiterate at the start, I've been playing this game for maybe a couple of weeks. I got it on the Switch as just a thing to take away with me on a trip. Really started enjoying it, started watching YouTubers talk about it, reading up on it and things like that. But before this challenge, and well, still to be honest, I never had a go at Ascension. So I finished it on Switch on all of the characters and just thought, why not have a go at something a little bit different to kind of learn about how to play the game and share my thoughts on playing the game, because I do think it is quite interesting to watch people talk about this as they play and discuss. One of the things though that again was lost in the last stream was that often if you watch an expert player play, they're really amazing at the game, but sometimes it can all just whiz by a little bit to the point where you're kind of like, wow. So I'm definitely not going to be playing super fast, and I'll probably be making loads of mistakes, and I certainly made loads of mistakes in the other stream, but managed to do it. So today we're going to try to move up to Ascension level 1. I did unlock 3 cards. One of them was Limit Break, which I didn't have the possibility of acquiring in the fresh sort of standard game level. I can't remember what the other 2 were, but I'm sure they're kind of interesting cards. One of the rules was going to be that I had to use Ironclad, but I've decided that that doesn't necessarily have to be a rule. However, obviously since you only unlock these characters by completing the game and you unlock cards and things like that as you play through, I kind of have to make a choice fairly quickly if I'm going to switch, because the other thing as well is I can't play Ascension levels on this without finishing it. So my aim is to get to Ascension 15 as quickly as possible, ideally in 16 streams, although that's probably hugely optimistic. Then really I'd be better off staying with Ironclad, but I just didn't quite like the rule that I had to stick with Ironclad. But I think I will for this one, otherwise this stream wouldn't be an Ascension 1 stream, it would be a silent stream, because that's my other option. But if, say, this takes me like 30 goes, 40 goes, 50 goes, I might sort of challenge myself to go, well, how quickly can you take a fresh account to completing level 15? And that might involve playing optimally, switching characters after that very first game. So I just sort of thinking about that kind of like rule. But anyway, we're going to go here. So again, I have never beaten Ascension. Never tried Ascension. As far as I can tell, Ascension 1 just gives you more elite fights, so it probably shouldn't be that much worse than the regular one, but I might be missing out on things like maybe you have a little bit less health and things like that. So here we go. I think it'll be interesting actually, given that I didn't fail last time, I probably won't have the options here. Let's have a look. I do have all the options, so that's good. So obviously in the base game, if you reach a boss, if you reach the Act 1 boss, possibly if you beat the Act 1 boss, this Whale gives you more options when you start your next run through. If you don't get much more. And in the first run through, there isn't even a whale, it just launches you straight in there, which obviously makes sense, right, because you haven't failed. So I've got the chance to take a random rare, to gain my hit points, max by 8, lose all the gold, which is 99 for a rare colourless, I'm not too keen on that, and lose the starting relic for a random boss. I'm not too keen on that because this relic is pretty strong on Ironclad. So max health plus 8 is probably what I'd be thinking of, but let's have a look at the various routes on offer. Okay, so there definitely are more elites there. Where are the shops? Got one on the left side, but you have to go to the middle. So that's quite nice that elite is skippable at the end. And there's double elite there. Basically that chest is the one to go for the shop. There's a shop fairly early on the right, but I think that's too early. And there's a shop really early on this side. That's a bit of a shame. So I think I'm tempted to kind of go up this route. So take some battles. There's a chance then of doing, well, that forces me into an elite. There's a bonfire after it, and then I can go up that one and get the shop. So I think straight up here, and then think about going right or left, and then again think about whether I want the event or I want the fights. So we'll go that way, and we will go with more hit points. Let's see what we've got. So the first fights are very standard, unless I really underestimated things. Here, these guys are going to curl up. They are both trying to do damage though. The nice thing about my relic is that if I lose a little bit of health, it's kind of not the end of the world. So it's tempting just to put vulnerable on one to then definitely kill next time, but that will take me more damage, so I think it's probably just a strike to block. The other thing was, playing on Switch, the controls are very slightly different, so I may fumble around for things occasionally as well. And let's get rid of him, and then let's block almost all of that. And I think things are looking pretty good. So obviously, losing 2 health here is no big deal because I get 6 back, and I don't have anything that's going to do anything. He is now buffing me, and that's going to be hacking. So we've got gold, we've got a flex potion, which is okay, and we've got our first card choice. Feel No Pain is really good, but it may be a little bit too early because I don't have any cards that exhaust. I feel like Ironclad normally ends up getting a lot of exhaust, but that card is kind of going to be doing nothing for me at the moment, right? Because none of these cards are exhaust, apart from that one, but obviously I can't pick both. Whereas Twin Strike is just a really solid 10 damage, which I think we're just going to go with that at this stage, and then keep climbing up. So take these early fights because they're pretty straightforward, particularly now that I put a bit more damage into my deck. And this is very similar to the last one. I'm going to get a debuff from that guy. So again, we're going to do 2 block and hit the little one. I feel like it's always best to just get rid of one if you've got a 2v1 fight, because it just saves you a little bit. So you can get rid of him with 1. So that's the advantage there of having that Twin Strike. Obviously otherwise I'd have to do 2 strikes to get rid of him. Twin Strike hits him twice. And he is hitting for quite a lot of damage, so I'm either going to take 5 and then have to kind of like wail on him. I've got a strike coming, or I could vulnerable him for the next turn, but I probably wouldn't be able to kill him in that, so I think I've just got to take a bit of block. So this guy's got a lot of health, but I don't think he's not going to be too threatening. In theory, I might lose a little bit more health to him, but I shouldn't do now, whatever happens. But of course at that moment he weakens me, but luckily enough, we've got enough. So Twin Strikes there, taking that over Feel No Pain, even though Feel No Pain is a really good card, just saved me tons of health, and Strength Potion is really nice. Okay, we've got Intimidate, which gives us some weak, which is very tempting. We've got Heavy Blade, which is affected by Strength, but I don't have a lot of Strength yet. So it's averaging out at about 7 damage at the moment. And we've got Chemokinesis, which is a big damage card, but obviously I lose 3 hit points. I feel like it's tough. This card is going to be good because of being able to apply weak. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. It's pretty weak. Only lasts 1 turn. But it's some helpful block, and that is needed at some point. So this is the guy who basically powers himself up. So the aim is to kill him as soon as possible. I mean, the downside here of weak, having drawn that card, the other one that does a lot more damage would have been far more valuable for this fight. This is a pretty bad draw because all of his block is pointless. Could think about that potion right now, just to hit him a bit harder, because I don't think that's a great potion because it wears off, and that just gives me the chance to kind of do a lot more. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. I probably will lose a bit of health to this guy though, because I would tend to just really prioritize killing him, but that vulnerable is really helpful. Yeah, we will block that. So every turn his damage goes up. So if you start focusing on blocking him, you gotta do more and more and more. Can comfortably block him and get him a bit lower. Yeah, let's do that. Kind of going against my own advice a little bit. It does obviously depends on the cards that you get. In the other stream, again hidden by my lack of volume, I was talking about how I'm pretty keen on passing cards, and then I ended up building this huge deck with something that was like, it was just so bloated. So the thing that's good about this game is your strategy has to change, and it has to evolve as you go through. Right, we've got Clothesline. I don't like the sound of Berserk. Although it's nice to have energy, but vulnerable, it's going to really hit me hard. This is a nice card just to gain some energy, but Clothesline does the thing that I was looking for earlier, which is to put more weak into the deck. So having that now, I probably do regret not taking the cards. Let's have a look at an event, and then we'll do a couple more fights and take the elite. Okay, I usually think this one is worth doing. It's a relic. Obviously you can lose quite a bit of health here. There we go. First one, perfect. And that is a really nice one as well. It gives you dexterity, which we might look at. So this one just gives me 1 dexterity, which is basically the block version of strength. It just improves my blocking, so my blocking is for 6 rather than for 5. So this is a nice chance to weaken him. That would reduce his damage down by 3 and a bit, so possibly to 10. Just thinking, is this the best time to play it? It probably is, but the alternative would be to, well, I guess play this now And then the options are either vulnerable and really just lay into him, or bit of block and vulnerable, and just pass up that opportunity. So let's give him the leap now. Drops him down to 9. Take 1 defense, and then we'll bash him. And there's a good chance that we're going to draw clothesline either next turn or the one after, and that will do the weak as well. And there it is. And that's also a really good source of damage, and that enables him to block that attack. So that's looking pretty good. He's under half health already. He's hit me a little bit, and he's vulnerable to me. So I have to be a little bit careful with that. But he's not too bad to actually block now. And I think we're looking in pretty good shape here. So he is going down. So very nice. Nice easy fight there, and back to full health. And we've got Thorns as a potion, which is good. And we've got another Twin Strikes. We've got the card that I passed up, which I was thinking about regretting. So I think I will take that now. The sort of lacking in block a bit, but we've got good sources of weak. We've got some nice sources of damage. There are further interactions that involve hit point loss. So the thing that's sort of lacking at the moment really is crowd control, but there isn't any of that at the moment anyway. And so we're going to take one more regular fight and then do the elite. So we just would like a little bit of crowd control if possible. Okay, we've got the so again you have to kill him fairly quickly. I've got literally no block, which is interesting. And yeah, so I mean the fight will be over quickly, but I am going to take some damage here, especially when I damage myself for some of that. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But again, we're healing back 6, so it's not a huge deal. I can now comfortably block everything and still be able to kill him very comfortably before he disappears. And that will save my gold, because he is taking away some gold each time. And dead. So, took a little bit of a hit there, but not too bad. And then we've got armaments, we've got another clothesline. The upgrade from this is nice. I don't think 2 clotheslines at this point is really necessary, because it does use a lot of energy. Still no AoE, it's a little bit of a shame. So I'm kind of hoping that this elite fight isn't the 3-1. It's not, okay. So this is the guy who is about to buff himself, and then anytime you play a skill, he gets stronger. So he's sort of someone you want to burst down. But he's someone who's going to give us a little bit of problems. Might be tempting to play that to help this fight a little bit. The problem you get is that when you defend, you make him hit harder, and that's a really kind of tricky situation to be in. I'm going to play armaments because I only have 2 strikes, and I just want to have a look at what that upgrades to. It does upgrade to 2 weak, so that is actually worth doing. So let's upgrade that 1. And then let's save it and damage him. I think it's worth saving. Alright, here we go. Clothesline would have been nice there. So I think I just have to try and wail on him, basically. 14 is a lot of damage, but playing block is just going to make that stronger. I was really hoping to be able to put weak on him there. I obviously can now. So now we can weaken him. And again, just whack him. Oh, he's almost dead now. So I have taken a bit of damage, obviously, but I think if you try and get into a war of attrition with this guy, you're just in trouble, basically. Whereas I have quite a lot of high damage cards. And that's quite nice to have. Helps a little bit, particularly if things are hitting for low numbers. Skill potion. And what have we got? We've got Fiend Fire. So it's a big source of exhaust, but it seems a little excessive. We've got Headbutt, which is really nice, and we've got Disarm, which is really nice because it just takes off all of their attacks. I do like the ability to pull a card back to play again though, so we're going to go with that at this stage. And then we're going to do Bonfire, and I don't think I need to rest because there's going to be a store and 2 events. So let's do some upgrading. So Headbutt gets a bit of a damage boost. Not the greatest thing in the world. This is quite nice because of the 2 week, because it's a free card. This is quite nice as well because that swing. You sort of go from an 11 differential to a 16 differential, which is really nice. Upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of the combat is also really nice. So that is a nice skill to be able to play. And then Clothesline with 3 week is also obviously really good. Wow, that's a Twin Strike. 7 twice. Oh, it's quite tricky. I feel like all that does is do weak, whereas being able to apply 3 weak is really strong. Although this one affects all enemies. So actually, yeah, let's do that. So I do have the ability with my card to upgrade something if I need to do something specific, but weak to all enemies is just really strong for 0 cost as well. And an additional card in the future which could make life more tricky, but it increases your chances of going where you want to go. Right, so we're going to go here and then left and hit the shop. And yeah, that I don't like. So we're going to have to take a fight here. With these 3, so the group week will be really helpful. Obviously haven't drawn it first time. So we're going to take some damage. This one's a little bit less obvious what the right thing to do is, because if you kill one, they do vulnerable you, which is a bit of a pain. I think because there's 3 of them, I'm going to put Thorns in, and let's put Twin Strikes back. This is a nice card. So one is nearly dead, but again I've taken a bit of damage. That one is dead. Thorns. So now I have been vulnerable, and I don't have the weak, which is a real pain. Oh, I do have the weak, thank goodness. So I can weaken this middle one. Having that other card would have been so good. I think it's worth rolling the dice here to see if I can get something similar. So that's just a really nice source of block. Let's take that, so it'll be free. And I can kind of block my way out of this. So let's upgrade that one. Let's hit him with that. And that loses taking a little bit of damage, but it's not as bad as it would have been. And that middle one is weak now. So my health is a little bit low, but we do have a shot coming up. Now Intimidate comes around, which is a bit pain. I couldn't do that earlier. That guy's weakened for more turns. Probably still should have killed him, but let's take this debuff. I think they're gonna just buff themselves, so they're probably both gonna die here, regardless. I'd rather not use that, definitely. So, you're dead. And you're going to be dead. Okay. So, not terrible. Odd Mushroom. Helpful. Not the greatest thing in the world. Okay, we've got Body Slam. We've got Clash, which I'm not a fan of. We've got True Grit, which gives us some nice exhaust. And we've got Bludgeon, which is a big attack. I like True Grit because it enables you to kind of like get rid of cards. It is at random, but when upgraded you can pick. So you can start kind of like focusing your deck a little bit, so let's have that as well. These all feel like kind of classic ones. Do I still want to go this way? Yeah, I mean if this shop has nothing for me, I can always skip that end boss. The end boss is one who's going to hit hard at the start and then starts kind of like burning you. I think we've got damage for that and we've got the strength potion. I think we're okay for the boss. Maybe skipping that elite as well. Okay, so we can... Yeah, the thing that I'm really lacking is block. I'm just taking these big hits. Just not consistently being able to draw block, which is a bit painful. Die next turn. So obviously lost a bit more health there just because that first go where no block was gained. Right, we've got Gear Potion, we've got Thunderclap which gives us some AoE, we've got Burning Pact which is yet more exhaust, and we've got Inflame which is strength. Given the final boss and what I said about needing damage, I think we'll go with that, and let's see what we've got at the shop now. Okay, so we've got Pummel, Cleave, Flex, Warcry, another Inflame on sale, that's a no-brainer. Gain an artifact, that's useful, and Violence. And then we've got start each combat with 3 Thorns, we've got Toxic Egg, which is really good, so I could upgrade my skills when I get them. We've got Cauldron, which I don't think is useful. Thorns, not that useful. Upgrade all the cards, not that useful. Block Potion, 12 block. So I've got 307. It's very tempting to go with that. Inflame again. But then annoyingly, that's quite nice. I know the boss isn't a boss that needs AoE though. The elite definitely could be. The elite's got a 50-50 chance of being that fight. I'm not sure I really want to take that fight. So we're going to go Toxic Egg. And we're going to go Inflame, which was nicely on sale. And then we're going to push on. We'll see what this is. This is the heal. Maybe I take that fight. Yeah, I'm fine with. I don't need to remove a card. Either leave is an option. I think I could do leave. Let's do leave. Right. I really wouldn't particularly want that fight against those 3 pillars, because I'm just gonna lose a ton of health. I need to be able to block 18 from them. I just can't do that. So, I mean obviously there is the bonfire there, but I think I'm almost dying to those guys. So I'm going to skip them. As this guy again. I feel like I've fought this guy a million times already. This time at least I do actually have some block. Which is unusual. What else do we do? Let's take some damage, but not a huge deal. I'm going to rest at the final bonfire to fight the end boss. Right, so I can do, now with True Grit, I can do my damage that I want here. I can also bring armaments back. Headbutt. Actually, clothesline. Let's do armaments back. And let's do a bit of damage. And a little strike, which is absolutely fine by me. This guy is now making him vulnerable, but we've got a thing from that. He's doing something else. I can't remember what he does exactly. So I think the play here is that, and then twin strikes, and he's going to do this turn. So I've got this strength potion for the final boss. Given that I've also got 2 flames, it's basically just take that potion at the start of the fight, and then just being entangled, combo attacks. So, well, that's not very nice. That's a bit of a pain. Is there anything I can do here? No. So I can weaken him, gain more strength. Can't do anything else. Oh, I should have seen that coming. It's a big 9 damage. So we might not have full health now at the final boss, but it won't be miles away. Let's see what we get here. We've got Infernal Blade, Iron Wave, Combust. I think we want to go down that route yet. The upgraded Flex, obviously. All these cards are now upgraded because of the Toxic Egg. It's not terrible, but I'm not that keen. That, I just don't think I need that. I think we gotta go with Iron Wave. Just a source of block. Final guy is going to hit quite hard. So let's rest up there. Let's see how we do against this guy. I'd quite like to be able to get some strength going early. It hasn't happened, unfortunately. But I can play both of these. So let's do that, and let's do that. Let's do that, that, and I exhaust the strike. That's probably a bit pointless, but it's just pruning my deck a little bit. Okay, so now we can weaken him. This is his big attack, so it's 30 damage. I can block for nowhere near 30, but I've got 20. After this he does a lot of smaller attacks and he starts shuffling burns in. So the idea now really is to just get him killed as quickly as possible. With this, let's do bash, headbutt. Let's cycle that back through. Completely forgot to block that turn, it's only 4 damage. So Ironclad is just... it's a reckless character. What can you say about that? So I've got both of my Iron Flames, which is very, very tempting. Let's get those into play. True Grit. Okay, take a little bit more damage. I do have that relic actually, which is reducing each of those hits by 1, so it's good that he does multiple 1s. So block going. We can see the impact of my strength. Quite a bit of damage there, 30 damage because he's vulnerable. As well, you can see the burns going into my hand. He's now going to buff himself, and then he's going to play a fairly big attack. I've got some decent attacks as well, and I can keep him fairly well weak using headbutt, think that's what we're doing. I should have had a look at what's in my hand then. Let's see what's coming up. Just the twin strikes back. And let's get very low. Okay, we're only doing 10 damage. Hopefully I could exhaust that burn if I'm lucky. So his 10 damage I can pull. And I'm happy to exhaust either of those cards. I did get the one I wanted, so that's good. There's a fairly big attack coming soon. But you can see again that I'm doing a fair bit of damage here. So that negates his whole thing, does 13 damage. Put weak on him as well. Gets him even further, he's down to 42. I've still got a big amount of health, and you get most of your health back at the end of the fight anyway. So yeah, can we kill him? Yes, we can kill him. So let's go. There we go, done. Alright, so good, we've got the strength scaling going quite nicely. We don't have a huge amount of block, and we don't have a lot of AoE, so let's just keep that in mind. We've got barricades, we've got Juggernaut, we've got Offering upgraded, again it's losing health, and we've got Demon Form. I mean, having said all that about not having block, it's just the strength seems to be the way to just plow through this, and we'll worry about the block a little bit later. We do have that oddly smooth stone, and yeah, it's just worth being aware of, because that could be how I die in the next act, but it's got to be thought of in a good way. Right, so gain gold, obtain a card, upgrade, raise your max hit points. Can no longer rest at rest sites for gaining energy. That's quite a tricky call. And then 3 relics and a curse. If we give up the ability to rest, I do have that self-sustaining heal, but I can see that my health is just going to start dwindling, and I've got those cards that do actually, you know, damage me. This one is going to give me more max health. This one is going to give me a curse and 3 relics. I think given the ability to remove cards, I'm going to go with this. I'm not fully sure what this curse is, but let's take this and hope for the best. Alright, well that one can't be removed from your deck, so that's an unplayable card. But what do I get in return? Okay, start each combat with 10 block is pretty good actually, because I don't have a lot of block. Play 3 attacks, gain dexterity is also good, because I've got a lot of attacks. And raise max health by 14. Yeah, I think I've done quite well out of those. So it wasn't the best choice of relics. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got going on. So, I don't remember a huge amount about this final boss. Something might come to me as we go through. We've got a fairly linear path on the left, which has got 2 elites, definitely. We've got a route up here where we can go sort of 1, 2, 3, then shop and elites, and then it's possible to basically avoid elites all the way up. I don't want to avoid elites all the way up, but it gives me a chance to get fairly strong. That's the highest shop, so I think I want to hit that highest shop after doing sort of 3 fights and an event, and then that forces me into the elite, but that should be fine, and then I can abort from more elites if I sort of just scrape through that one. So let's give that a go and see how that goes. Okay, we've got a guy with a huge amount of block. And he's got that barricade card which I was offered, so he won't lose his block. He's also got the artifact to resist debuffs, which is, you know, not ideal. What I have is the ability to do a fair amount of strength. So I'm going to inform him. I don't see the point of doing that at this moment because I'm going to bash him, and he'll resist one of those. Let's see my turn. He's blocking even more, so he's now got 55 block. It doesn't wear off. He's going for 10 damage. So I've got a demon form here, but obviously that would mean I'm just taking 10. If I upgrade the demon form, it costs 2, and that would give me 6 block. So that is clearly the better option there. Well, I thought it changed the cost to 2. I am a complete idiot. Okay, well, I've blocked him, and we'll have to wait for demon form to come around. There we go. That's the first sort of big blunder. I would say that to happen eventually. I could bring demon form back, which is something I really just wish I had more energy. He's starting to do a lot of damage now. I can't weaken him because he's got that debuff. Maybe it's better to focus on just blocking him down. Or could bring back my weak. I'm going to bring back the weak. And if I've got another debuff here, which I don't, I would have been able to use it. Oh, this is going terribly. Taking 20 damage. On the plus side, I can still rest at rest stops. So that would get rid of his buff for free. He's also put frail on me, which means my block is terrible, but his block is almost out. I think he tries to refresh it and he runs out. No, he's still attacking. So he really wants to attack me. I'm going to have to go through the strength kind of the old-fashioned way. In a sense, and just kind of really try and get that block up a bit. I mean, I did say at the end of the last fight, I'm really lacking block. And it came true. Might be able to kill him here. If he was vulnerable, I would, which is I could upgrade twin strikes, but I don't think it's not going to kill him. So I need... Oh, wait. Yeah, I can kill him. He's only got 23 health. Finally. Okay, we got out of there. That wasn't good, that was quite tough. Right, what have we got? We've got Whirlwind. It's a nice card just to have. We've got Anger. We've got Headbutt. Having 2 headbutts is tempting. Anger's nice with strength. I'm taking the headbutt. I think that's some nice things you can kind of loop around with those. So I've got a lot of health, that's the main thing. What I don't have is a lot of block, and I don't have a lot of AoE either. So this fight is going to hurt quite a bit. Right, weakened him. Oh, I do have the 10 block on the first turn. That's quite helpful. It just makes me feel a little bit confident. I need to remember that relic, because that actually means I can actually be a bit more aggressive on that opening round. Yeah, that's it. Weakens all of them. I've got these 2 headbutts, which is nice. taking damage again. I feel like I need to try and sort of kill one of them. So they're gonna hit me again. So he's already starting to get out of here, which is a bit of a pain. How close is he to dying? Not very close at all. Vulnerable him. Well, I'm getting rid of all my strikes. I've kind of got to kill that guy at the back though on the next turn. They're not going to stop. They're not attacking me anymore though. Right, so he's out of here. So I definitely can't kill him. So let's focus on the other guy. Oops. That guy at the back is gone. And this guy might be gone as well. He put a ton of block there. Right, the 28 to do. I don't have any damage. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, he's got away as well. So they've taken all my gold, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. Get a card out of it. Alright, so we get feeds, which is good. That with all the strength could just help to keep my max hit points going up, and it's a good source of damage, so we're definitely taking that. The lack of block is really disturbing. I don't have a lot of gold to fix it either. Right. Okay, this is one where you have to play kind of the pair game. So this could be good if I could find a nice source of block here. So let's be quite methodical until we find something that we want, definitely. What are the odds? Definitely did not want that. Ghostly armor is worth thinking about. Could take another headbutt, but I really don't want to. Where is that ghostly armor? There's a barricade there. And bash there. Let's take barricades. It's not ideal, but something. Oh. Right, fight. Shop elite. Or surely shop. Shop, fight, run to the bonfire, then take the elite. It's gotta be better, but I just don't have enough cash. Oh, what have we got? Uppercut. Armaments upgraded. Double your block with entrench. Feel no pain with the exhaust. Do I have the ability to exhaust cards? A little bit. Not a huge amount. I feel like that is a way that we can get going though with the block. So we can take that, and then we gotta get out of here. And then we take the fight and we see how it goes. And then we can run away. I can't believe I got that card. But that will exhaust itself as well, which is quite helpful. That's a disaster. Again, I've got no block, apart from the 10 I get. And this plant keeps on refreshing its block every time. 11 damage. That's good. Right. Weaken him. Let's go for 15. I'll put a bit of block on. And then hit him. Curses as well. Alright, he's doing a debuff. Good chance to get some damage on him. Vulnerable him. He's going to try and weaken you and use my block. He's vulnerable. Just gotta try and chew through this thing. I'm clearly going to the bonfire. There's no doubt about that anymore. It would be very nice to be able to feed on him. Just to take something away from this. Where is it? Give me feed. Oh no. Well, I cannot play anything. And I hope I draw it next turn. So this is where the random element is coming in here. Haven't drawn it again. Alright, let's go. Shape. Alright, we've got Headbutt, Twin Strike, we've got Perfect Strike, we've got Shockwave. I'm really happy about that. That's a really good card to have. That kind of means my clotheslines are kind of pointless. There's no way I'm taking that fight. So let's rest. Can then take another fight and decide again. I really should be taking some of these elites, but I want to die to them. Alright, so we've got a tricky combo here. This is the one that's going to get stronger. This guy puts all kinds of nasty stuff on you. I do have a bit of block though, finally. Well, I have my relic, so actually I don't really got too much. So I'm going to upgrade feed. And start whacking this guy. So I want to kill that front one pretty quickly. Now could be the time to do demon form. Yeah, let's do it. Take 6 damage, that's fine. It's really helpful to have extra energy with demon form. Just having 3 per turn is really kind of holding me back a little bit. Something I need to look out for. Right. So 11 damage. Card from discard pile back. So feed is exhausting, which I forgot about. On the plus side, he is nearly dead. And that's going to be 1v1. So... oh, that guy's hitting hard this time. Oh, it's a real shame that I can't kill him with the other one. Could use clothesline, unfortunately. This guy's gonna hit me really hard. Oh, yeah, definitely not taking that elite fight. Okay. God, look at his health. That's insane. I do have quite a nice source of block now. And I do have my demon form going, so it shouldn't take too long now. All these cards will give me some block at least. Which is better than nothing. So I'm getting 3 block for each of those. But I'm taking quite a bit of damage. Alright, he's dead next time. That's fine. 51 health, that's fine. And the good thing about healing is I do get a lot of health back when I rest. It's kind of holding me back a little bit. Right, Shrug It Off is really nice. That's my source of block right there. Yeah. Although that's... If that wasn't this turn, that would be amazing. That I think is just better, so I can keep pulling them out of the thing. Yeah, let's take Shrug It Off. So we've got Bonfire, Chest. Can't go Bonfire. Maybe I can. No, we'll lose that, it'll be fine. Let's see what we get. Ah, brilliant. So we're getting more max health. That also heals you if you spotted my health. So that's pretty helpful. I feel like I'm being very risk averse here. I'm going to go here, but I'm going to upgrade rather than resting. Because I think resting again there would just be ridiculous. So it's tempting to sort that out. I don't really think that makes a huge difference at this point, whereas that probably would. But what about Shrug It Off? What is that? Oh, it's already upgraded, right? So yeah, let's upgrade that. Trying to like build my block now. Right, here we go. Let's see what we've got. Okay, it's this guy with his little gang. So here, if you kill the big one, it's over. Oh, they're all blocking. That's very exciting. So let's think about this. So it seems like they're all. It's very interesting that they're all blocking. I could kill one. I feel like the play is to kill one. That I don't do that. But obviously killing one isn't that weak. But the alternative is just to really damage one. Damage him and just get him weakened and then kill some of the others next turn. Let's try that. Or let's get him weak and let's ensure that we can definitely kill one of those next turn. Once they are doing ridiculously, everyone gets ridiculously betrayed. Yeah. That was the fear. Okay, so it was definitely right to weaken him. Now we can all of them, although they're not attacking, so it might not be the time. We need to find 17 damage, which I don't have. Let's just get this going. Bane in my life. I think that first play was the right one. They're all doing that block again. Right. Surely now something's can be killed. So I can bring back Intimidate next turn, which could be good. I can kill him straight away. Okay, they're doing a lot of blocking, they're being quite nice to me, although they're buffing their strength. But I'm buffing my strength. Everyone is buffing at the moment. Okay, so that's a good thing to play now. And then I have to defend as much as I can. Him hitting 3 times for small is better than 1 big one because of the relic I have. Now he's going to summon up a new person. I am 100% going to feed on him. So that was perfect timing for him. And I can play that as well. That's quite nice. Alright. I'm feeling a little bit more confident here. Brings in 2 more. I can weaken all of them because I didn't play that card. 1 is going for 4. Really big deal. So let's heal him. Let's bring back. Where's it gone? Where's the exhaust one? I was actually thinking of the one which is that one. Yeah. See, the nice thing now, because of my strength, is because of Demon Form, I've kind of got the ability to really hit them quite hard. Although probably should have blocked him, maybe. And that's like building and building. Okay, they're going for a lot of damage this time. Which is a bit unfortunate, but only 10 damage to kill that one. And then I just need to be able to block 33. So that gives me some block because it exhausts. So I get 4 block from that. 6 block there. I can kill him. And did I not have a card in my discard? Oh, that is possibly some of the worst play in history. Bit more block. Bit more block. So he's going to do 10 damage. He's then probably going to call in minions again. Yeah. I need to start getting him down, but because of my feel no pain, my strength is really quite high now. So there's actually quite a lot of damage in my deck. That's the beauty of... sorry, Demon Form, not feel no pain. That's the beauty of that. Like, look at the damage I could do there. He's going to bring in these dudes, but he's going to die pretty much straight away. Just need a decent attack card. Yeah, okay, we survived just about. Hopefully we get something good. So start each combat with 1 strength is really nice. There's a card which was unlocked when I beat the game last time, which is double your strength. I would really love to see that, although it's probably a little bit high on the whole strength thing. We've got some AoE, which is nice. That's actually quite nice, given that I do have those 2 curse cards in my hand at the moment, and that's AoE. It's almost better than that one. And yeah, let's try that. That's interesting. I've never had that one. I think it fits my hand. Right, let's go for this guy first, and then the event. We've got these guys. Okay, so these will tend to... The wizard at the back tends to heal the knight. The knight attacks sometimes, and then sometimes he sort of tries to shield the wizard. I feel like the best thing to do is to kill the knight. That's what I intend to do. And the beauty of The relic I found is that I do not need to block on that first turn. But if you watch now, he's going to get healed for most of his health. Oh no, he's buffed. Okay, that's... I think now he's going to start healing him. I can't remember if these guys put status on, but there's 2 cards in my deck there. That's going to do 12 damage to each of them, minimum, for 1 energy. It's just not at the moment. That block is going to be nice for that. I kind of don't mind exhausting any of those cards, really. Do I want to lose the hit points? Probably not. So let's do Flame. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. So lost 1 damage. Delivered that. Now he's getting healed. And there's my first curse. I've got literally no block. I think the play here is to use this energy potion. So 2 strength. $20 damage, 31 damage, 15 damage kills him. It also means that, so this is going to like heal me by 3. It's not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. Every time I rest at a bonfire, I'm getting more, but it also means that his block is doing nothing as well. And it gives me that dexterity. So, he's blocked himself, but this should be fairly straightforward now. So let's do... He's hitting me for a lot of damage now. That's the only problem. So weak is going to make that 6, isn't it? So he's going to be doing 18. I would only gain 4 block. That's quite a lot of damage. Or this way around, at least I can block him. So I think we're going to hold off on Feel No Pain. That's quite nice. Then upgrade that and then play it. Do a bit of damage. I think it's fine just to chill out a little bit there. He's definitely wanting to fight hard though. Go. There's another curse, so it's pretty bad damage. No block again, that's what I mean. What's coming up? Nothing. I think that ends the fight quicker. I'm going to take 10 damage anyway. Hopefully he only can hit me like 1 more time, possibly. And as long as I'm surviving, my damage is going up and up and up. But yeah, my health is pretty low. So demon form again comes in to win it. I'm not interested in that. Iron Wave is quite nice. That is really tempting. I think I'm going to take that. I don't think I've ever taken that, but I don't have the block in my hand. Let's take the event. I hope it's not something else. Okay, so this guy totally randomises your cost. I mean, actually, probably from my hand, it's pretty decent. Does it also put status in there? and it's tempting. I mean, I kind of have to play it. So I want to play my locals cards. Because basically they're about to get randomized. And there can be anything between 0 and 3. So this could actually work. Could work out okay. And particularly if he puts any kind of curse effect in there. So like that's a really good example. That costing 0 is like, yeah, that's really not very much. That costing 3 is obviously not going to be happening. That costing 3 is not going to be happening either. So we'll play that. We'll play that. We'll play that. I need to just get my demon form going here. And just hope that I can pull out any block each time. Here we go, it is 0 cost. Now I wonder if that counts as an attack. It'd be worth watching my block actually. Yeah, it does. Ah, that's really nice. And strike also counts. That's that. It is only one turn though. I think that's something that the first time I looked at it, I kind of thought, okay, it's good, but yeah, you can keep bringing it back into your hand, I guess. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And yeah, unfortunately. So I mean, I'm definitely liking that. It will get randomized each time. But just knowing that it's there as an option, it's just really nice. So that was 3, 6, 18, and that's one of my cards that do a bit of damage on him. So yeah, not got huge amounts of health, that is a problem. Could definitely do with feed to kill him at the end here. What happens to that card? He's doing 14 damage. Oh, nuts. This is where it gets you. Oh, my block doesn't wear off. Okay, that's kind of a bit of a save. That is actually a bit of a save. I would have thought to do that actually. So feeder's gone in there. It's going to be reshuffled back around. I think the next time it comes out, it should be good to go. Kind of want to just stall him a little bit at this point. I've got to get to 14, so that makes it easily to 14. Let's do that again. Bring that back. That'll kill him. Do I want to do that? It's a bit risky to looking for 3 health, but I'm going to try it. And my strength is going to go up again next turn. It should be okay. He's only going to 8 damage, that's really helpful. Draw it. Next turn, it's got to come soon. Only 12 cards left. Come on, where are you? It's still in there. Okay, I can block him, I think. I'm going to take damage though. So let's kill him. How much damage are we going to take? Get 6. Right, so break that. Ah, I'm not going to take damage. Oh, my dexterity must be really high. Okay, good. And then next turn, surely it's got to come. Come on. Watch the bloody double curse. Oh, it still hasn't played it. Oh, that's unbelievable. I've got to kill him. Can't take 18 damage, just And like none of, if that was the exhaust one, maybe. No, it's not worth it. I'm so close to being dead. Alright, that's quite a good card to have. Okay, we've got another demon form, Perfected Strike. We've got Headbutt, and we've got Body Slam. I feel like I don't like either of these. No, they're just taking away from my block. Right, this fight could be tricky. Yeah, these guys really did me over last time. They're probably not going to this time. Could put Raid back. Like this guy. Back. Okay. And then we're gonna hope that we get a really attack heavy hand, because normally it is. And then we can go to town on this guy. Oh, we can possibly feed him as well. Ooh, yeah, we should do that. I actually don't even need to play the other one. So 16 damage takes him down to 11, and then feed on him. Very nice. Bit of a heal, a bit more max health, which is helpful for the thing. And nothing else I can do. Alright. That went much better than the first time around. Okay, so Hex is puts Dazed in there, but I think Dazed does exhaust. So that should enable me to play that. I'll play that and bring back Rage. So I think that's the thing I need to get going, is I need to get Rage going, because I just don't have any block. But Rage gives me block. But of course, it doesn't. I don't get any, like, oh. Unbelievable. That was awesome. So those exhausting cards that he's putting in there are fine. I mean, it slows me down, but it just, you know, they're a source of block because I feel no pain, so that's quite helpful. So it'd be really nice not to lose helpfulness. Both of those are going to exhaust. Upgrades. It's doing 1 damage. Ah. So actually, if you do 1 hit point damage, you get none. That is good to know. That's really strong for this guy, because he's just filling my hands with statuses. Yeah, let's do that. Do that. Put those statuses in, because I'm now going to draw them and damage you. This one he might hit me quite well. Yeah, unfortunately. That is going to give me some damage. Shame. Oh, my whole hand is these things. Uh-huh. Yeah, keep on going. I mean, they do 6 damage to him every time they come out for free. So. And the exhaust as well. And I should be able to kill him now, surely. It might have to be that. Ah. Didn't need it. Alright, we've got 44, we've got Thorns. Combust is definitely no. That's decent, but probably not needed. That is probably going to be my one to go for. Just to reduce the damage that it's doing to me. So definitely have to rest. Get 34 health though, which is pretty good. I mean, I do have a stack of health. Is this the thing that like pulls into little minions here? So he's going to bring in a couple of minions this turn. Does he curse him? I don't know. I might just get that going anyway. Get that going, I'm going to get my Thorns going, I can Liquid Memory, Demon Form. That's a very good whack. Okay, so now he's going to bring minions. He does have Artifact, so that basically means that I can't really debuff him that well. On the other hand, I think they are going to put status effects in here, which is going to be not great for them. Let's get that going. Get the block going. That he's going to debuff, but it just lets me take damage. I'm kind of trying to be in this for the long haul until I can get Demon Form. And until less statuses. They're kidnapping my cards. That's what they do. So he's got Feed and he's got Barricade. That's not that bad. And there's a status effect. Top damage. Let's do that. Well, I almost feel like it'd be better just to let these guys get killed by their statuses and just do some damage on him, but then again, if I'm playing this sort of strength long game, maybe it's better for me just to get my strength going. Not at the moment. Let's do a bit of damage to him. So obviously killing one would be quite good, because I could get feedback from this one, which is ideal. Nothing else. Okay, that's definitely going on him. Another exhaust there. What we got in the discard pile, good strength. Twin strike probably, good blocks. So I think we will spam him. We will pull damage him for 18. Twin strike back up there. And then we will exhaust him. Take a little bit of damage, but that's pretty good at this stage. I feel like he has a big death beam at some point. Okay. Demon Form has taken a long time to come out. Next hand I will definitely get Rage. And then I've got 3 attacks to give me a bit of block. That card will deal 6 damage to all of them. Him dying will give me feedback. So the idea possibly yeah, so I think the idea is to just put a bit of damage on him so that he dies next turn and gives me feedback. Start whacking him and draw a card and see what it is at his range, which is a shame. I was hoping that would be enough. So that little guy there is definitely going to die, and I'm definitely going to get food. for the other guy. Hasn't quite worked perfectly. Well, it was pretty close. So a tiny bit of damage on him. Oh, he's looking to do 48 damage on me. That's really bad. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Can I weaken him? I could weaken him actually. Oh, that's annoying. Weak is going to save like 10 health. And I do have the chance to just pop feedback and play it. It's really irritating that I can't get that out. So the options here are I weaken that guy and his damage drops by like 12. So that saves me 12 hit points. And I can also use headbutt to get a card back. Which could be saving flame just to play it next turn. And I could leave him very close to death as well. Alternatively, I kill him with feed. So headbutt him, feed him. I get 3 hit points and a 3 hit point heal. So the heal is the key thing. But I'm giving up like 12 damage and there's still a chance of doing that later. So I feel like I have to kind of save that. Because it's just so much more health. There's a chance that he would just die anyway, which is, I think we can try and keep him alive a little bit longer. And let's make sure that we can do that, because that's a good source of block next time. He's shielded him up. Right. That was their delivery. I do have feed. Okay, that's great. Strength plus feed kills him. And demon form I can bring back next time around. That's a little heal. And probably the best thing to do is just to damage him. Right. Is he going to bring back minions? It would be really good if he decides to. Okay, now he's going for 20 damage. Ah, that's really helpful. And I can bring back feet. I think I've got to use this now. So, demon form for free. Whenever you play an attack, demon form block. That's a really great card with that because it counts as an attack and a block. Some damage, some more damage. Back in the deck. Okay. Okay, this is looking alright. I'm getting stronger every time. It's not even. I'm not even doing it. Damage. That's right. Don't get the block this time. 26. Can weaken him. Yeah. Just keep bringing back rage. Could weaken him. Is it better to weaken him or to get 14 block? It's better to get 14. I'm taking a bit of a hit there. My strength is now starting to go up this. Vulnerable him for next turn. That is very tempting to do. It's 3 hit points. bit of trouble here. 54 damage means I've only got 32, I need to find 22 blocks. I'm gonna get 10 from there. Oh no, unless something magical happens. Oh, I couldn't even play that. Oh, it's over. The end. Oh. Well, there we go. So that was my first attempt at Ascension 1. Did not go very well. I think the real issue there was probably I just never had a really reliable way to block. And actually that bell curse starts to become a real issue along the way. Do I gain another unlock? Okay, I do have another unlock, so that might make it a little bit easier next time. A few more relics. Yeah, I think the mistakes really were just getting too stuck into attacking without a good form of blocking, and then just really running into a bit of a brick wall. In the second act I was probably a little bit too nervous about taking elite fights as well, because I kept losing a lot of health, and I kind of wanted to rest and gain it up there, and I had a really high overall health by the end, but it was just kept getting like chipped away because I couldn't block and then couldn't recover it enough, and yeah, it all went a bit wrong. Okay, so well, next time we will be attempting Ascension 1 again in what will be run number 3 of Fresh to 15. That means a minimum of 17, possibly total. Thank you very much for watching this, and hope you've enjoyed it. Bye now.